Welcome to this explainer. Look, we are jumping right into something you've all been asking for: how to go from absolutely zero savings and, frankly, zero experience to building actual, scalable wealth. The wealthy, they don't just sit around waiting for a single paycheck. They build systems. So we've taken the top financial strategies and distilled them into a step-by-step roadmap specifically tailored for complete beginners. Let's start building your financial engine.
Okay, what if you could literally make money while you sleep? I know, it sounds like an absolute dream, right? Kind of like one of those cheesy late-night infomercials. But here's the thing. For millions of everyday people, this isn't a scam at all. It's a tangible, mathematical reality. They are creating income streams that totally decouple their time from their earnings, meaning they do not have to be clocked in 24/7 just to make a buck.
But wait, here is the catch. And we've got to be brutally honest right out of the gate. We have to separate the dream of, lounging in a hammock from the reality of pushing that heavy boulder up the hill. Because not every passive income idea you see online actually works. True passive income always requires upfront effort, time, or capital. And since our roadmap today is strictly for someone starting with $0, we're going to lean entirely into the effort side to get your momentum going. So here is the exact step-by-step roadmap we'll be following today. We are going to start with a reality check, then move into generating sweat equity, show you how to build evergreen audiences, monetize with trust, and finally, graduate to dividend investing. All right, let's hit number one, the reality check: effort before income. We have to start right here because honestly, the term passive income is a bit of a marketing lie. It's never truly passive on day one. Most of these streams require intense effort, skill building, patience, or a pretty heavy financial investment before they yield a single dollar. But since you're starting from scratch with zero savings, we are just completely removing financial investment from the equation for now. Right now, your primary currency is your time. We're focusing entirely on building this foundation brick by brick with your own two hands. Moving right along to number two, step one, sweat equity, focusing on zero-cost strategies. Now, the absolute purest form of sweat equity is creating digital products. Basically, these are items you build exactly one time, but you can sell them infinitely on online marketplaces. Imagine dedicating, say, a couple of hours every evening for 2 weeks to craft a really slick automated budgeting spreadsheet for college students. There are no physical materials, no shipping fees, no warehouse needed, nothing like that. You are simply taking your time, packaging a solution to a specific problem, and putting it out there for sale. And hey, spreadsheets are just the tip of the iceberg here. The most scalable digital assets out there include ebooks, detailed online courses, digital planners, and even printable art. These are the exact things everyday creators use to pull in hundreds or even thousands of dollars every single month. The sheer beauty of this model is the shelf life. You might write an ebook or design a meal planner today, and literally 3 years from now, it's still sitting on a digital shelf, actively being purchased by people all over the world. Which brings us to the true superpower of sweat equity, the number 24. Once your digital product is uploaded, your automated storefront is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It doesn't take sick days, it doesn't need to sleep, and it definitely doesn't ask for a salary. Every single sale generates income without you ever having to go back and recreate that original product. It's wild. And you can apply this exact same build once, sell forever mindset to other models too, like print on demand and content licensing. Let's break that down really quick. With print on demand, you just create a digital design. When a customer buys a t-shirt with your design on it, a third-party company prints, packs, and ships the whole thing. You hold zero inventory. Content licensing is super similar. If you snap high-quality photos on your phone, make background music, or design graphics, you just upload them to stock libraries. A single photo can be downloaded by hundreds of graphic designers, and you earn a royalty every single time. Okay, so that brings us to number 3, step 2, evergreen audiences. This is all about building your traffic. Now that your zero-cost assets are created and just sitting out there in the digital world, how do people actually find them? Well, if you want traffic without dropping a dime on ads, you really need to focus on YouTube and blogging. Why? Because unlike scrolling feeds on social media where a post basically dies in 24 hours, these platforms are search engines. People use them to actively find answers. The real trick here is to focus on evergreen topics, things like personal finance, fitness routines, or software tutorials. A genuinely helpful video on how to budget isn't just some fleeting trend. People will still be searching for that exact phrase 5 years from now. That gives you a relentless, ongoing stream of free traffic. Now, I know exactly what some of you are thinking right now, but I have zero experience on camera and I don't own any expensive gear. Let me reassure you with a direct quote from our source material. You don't necessarily have to show your face. It's true. Some of the most highly profitable channels out there are entirely faceless. They use stock footage, simple whiteboard animations, clear voiceovers, and just really compelling storytelling. So your lack of camera confidence is absolutely not a barrier to entry here. Let's move on to number 4. Step 3, monetize with trust, focusing on affiliate marketing. Once you've put in the sweat equity to build that audience, it's time to monetize the traffic you've earned. Affiliate marketing is this brilliantly straightforward three-step ecosystem. First, you build your audience, which we just talked about. Second, you naturally recommend tools, software, or products that you genuinely use and believe in. And third, you provide a trackable referral link. Whenever someone buys through your link, the company pays you a commission. It costs the buyer nothing extra, it brings the company a brand new customer, and best of all, it costs you absolutely $0 to set up. But listen up, because here is the golden rule. The real currency here is not the link, it's the trust. You can't just spam random links to your audience and expect to get wealthy. No way. The absolute secret to long-term affiliate success is fiercely protecting your reputation. You must only promote products that genuinely help people and solve their problems. Because when your audience trusts you, they will gladly use your links to support you, which turns your free content into a highly reliable automated income stream. And finally, number 5, step 4, dividend investing. It's time for putting money to work. We've reached the ultimate destination of this roadmap because you've successfully used your sweat equity and your trusted audience to generate actual cash flow. You finally have some savings. Let's demystify this next phase. Dividends are simply a portion of a company's profits paid out to you for absolutely no other reason than you own shares in their business. Just imagine owning a tiny slice of a massive, globally profitable corporation. Every quarter, that company looks at its profits, takes a check, and deposits it directly into your bank account. You aren't managing their staff or working in their warehouses. You have finally hired your money to do the heavy lifting for you. And the best part, you do not need to be rich to start doing this. Modern platforms let beginners buy fractional shares with literally just a few dollars. But the real magic trick here is the snowball effect. You take those early dividend payments and you immediately reinvest them to buy even more shares. Those new shares pay more dividends, which buy more shares, compounding your wealth year after year after year. Now, a quick but crucial disclaimer. Unlike sweat equity, the stock market does involve risk. Prices go up and down, and dividends can be cut. This is strictly a long-term game, but historically, it remains one of the most powerful wealth-building engines ever created. When you step back and look at this entire journey, notice the beautiful transition that's taken place. In phases 1 through 3, your only investments were your time, your effort, and your willingness to learn. That sweat equity built zero-cost digital assets and evergreen audiences. But by the final phase, everything shifts. Your investment transitions from your time to your financial capital. You've successfully crossed the bridge from trading your hours for cash to building real systems where your money works for you. And that brings us to the end of this Zero to Wealth Roadmap Explainer. We've seen that true passive income is the ultimate goal, but it demands upfront hustle and immense patience. The path from creating a simple digital template to building a compounding dividend portfolio is entirely accessible, even if you are starting with zero experience and just a few free hours a week. So the only question left for you is this. Are you going to keep trading your time for a single paycheck? Or what are you willing to start building today so you can earn while you